The fat controller was looking forward to hot buttered toast for tea at home. He was eating toast and marmalade, toast and marmalade. Toast and marmalade. Toast and marmalade. Toast, toast, toast. Toast the marmalade. Hot buttered toast for tea at hot buttered toast for tea at hot but toast the marmalade toast the marmalade toast the marmalade toast the marmalade. The fat controller was looking forward to hot buttered toast for tea at the marmalade.
Driver says I don't need trucks now. Don't be so daft, snorted Percy. I'd never go without my trucks, said Toby earnestly. I'd be frightened. Huh, boasted Thomas. I'm not scared. You'd never dare. I would then. You'll see. The next morning the firelighter came. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his boiler. Percy and Toby were still asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered. Silly Driver said I could manage without wheesh. Thomas thought he was being clever. Really, he was only moving because a careless dick meddled with his controls and his mistake. He tried wheesh, but he couldn't. He tried plaster, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. He didn't dare look at what was coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have wheesh, cried Thomas. Plaster was everywhere. Thomas had died. The station master was furious. His wife picked up her plate. You miserable engine, she scolded. Just look at what you've done to our breakfast. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to our breakfast. To our breakfast. Now I shall have to cook some more. Look what you've done to our breakfast. Look what you've done. Look what you've done to our breakfast. The fat controller was having breakfast. He was eating toast and marmalade. The butler came in. Excuse me, sir. You are wanted on the telephone. Bother that telephone, said the fat controller. I'm sorry, my dear, he said to his wife. I'm in trouble with the police, and I must go at once.
The fat controller, he seems different, replied Bertie. I did see him staring at the clouds this morning, said Percy. I wonder why. Later that day, the fat controller had changed into his new suit. You look fine, sir, said the station master. You'd best be going. Indeed, agreed the fat controller. The engines are busy, I'll check. Wheesh! Is it reliable? Asked the station master. Certainly, said the fat controller. But it wasn't.
I was gonna clean my room until I got high. I was gonna get up and find the broom, but then I got high.
Then he heard Caroline. I have to attend my wife's birthday. But Caroline didn't like the fat controller. Can I be of assistance, sir? Only if you can get me to my wife's birthday party, sighed the fat controller. We can take you to...
Oi, you! Oi, you! I wasn't gonna run from the cops, but I was high. I'm serious, man. I was gonna pull right over and stop, but I was high.
Help! Cried George. Something snapped. He veered out of control and the fat controller landed in a muddy ditch close to where Thomas was taking on water. Bother, bother.
So you are dangerous. Dangerous to the public, indeed. We'll see about that. The fat controller spoke to the policeman. But however much he argued with him, it was no good. The law is the law, he said. The fat controller felt exhausted.
Fat controller's wife was waiting for him.
man who leads a life of danger. Everyone he meets, he stays a stranger.